cover the 9 games you normally play on Xbox that I absolutely cannot wait to play on PlayStation this year. Now, some are rumored, some are confirmed, so time will only tell, and we're probably going to find out a lot more this year, what's going to get confirmed, and maybe even more rumors that pop up throughout the year. But for now, let's just start with the confirmed games, and then we'll get into the rumored ones. So first, we have Forza Horizon 5, and I cannot wait for this. Surprisingly, I never got into Gran Turismo on the PlayStation. I know that's basically blasphemy, but it's true. I've always been more of a Forza guy than a Gran Turismo guy. And it was recently announced for spring 2025. You can already wishlist it on the PlayStation Store, so I'm stoked for this one. Sounds like it'll be very soon. It's a little more casual, which I prefer in a racing game. So I'm looking forward to exploring that beautiful open world, and if the trophy list too isn't too insane, might even go for that platinum trophy. Next would be Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which looks really good. It's a upcoming new JRPG, which recently was at Xbox's Developer Direct, and it's coming out on April 24th on Xbox and PlayStation and PC. It looks really good, very pretty, good story. It's the turn-based RPG plus real-time combat, so looks really interesting. I'm gonna play it. I made a video about it recently, so feel free to check that out as well. Next would be Doom: The Dark Ages, which was kind of the highlight of the recent Xbox Developer Direct. I mean, this game just looks incredible. It's, you know, your typical Doom combat where you're just ripping and tearing all the way through, but it's set in the Dark Ages, so some of the move sets, some of the weapons are slightly more old school, and then the level design is also Dark Ages. It's also going to be out on PlayStation on May 15th. I can't wait for this. It's going to be super fun. In all these games, I'm going to go for the platinum, hopefully, so we'll see. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is the next one, which got some pretty good critical acclaim at the end of 2024. Some people were even putting that on their Game of the Year list. I put that on my honorable mentions just based on what I had seen. But I do want to give it a full playthrough whenever it comes to PlayStation. It looked really pretty. It wasn't what I was expecting because it was a little bit more stealthy. Plus, I grew up an Indiana Jones fan, so I'm looking forward to it. Indiana Jones is confirmed for spring 2025, so we have that to look forward to as well. So the last of the confirmed games, and then we'll get into the rumored games, is Outer Worlds 2, and I loved this trailer that was played at the Game Awards at the end of 2024. It looked really interesting. It looked humorous. I never played Outer Worlds 1, but based on the trailer and all the hype around Outer Worlds 2, I'm gonna play this game. It looks like something I would enjoy. It's adventure, it's RPG, it's space. Sounds like everything that I would love to play. So, and it's humorous, which I don't play a lot of humorous games, but you know, I think everyone needs some humor in their life from time to time. So I'll probably give it a shot. Now, Outer Worlds 2, there's not a date on it yet, but transparently, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this getting pushed all the way to 2026 because Xbox has a ton going on and they're putting a lot of games out on the Xbox and the PlayStation. Not to mention, we also have GTA 6 coming up in the fall, which may be pushed to winter. So a lot of companies are kind of waiting on what the behemoth of GTA 6 will do, because it's just going to suck all the air out of the room and it's going to get all the sales in that quarter potentially. So that's why I think Outer Worlds 2 could potentially be pushed, but you know, we'll see. Now for the rumored games, these games have been corroborated by reliable industry insiders, Nate the Hate and Jez Gordon, but also from comments suggested by Mr. Phil Spencer himself with his no red lines, no reading fence comments. I have 4 rumored games here that I'm excited to go through. Next would be Gears of War Ultimate. So I'm so excited for this because I never got to fully experience Gears of War growing up. Whenever I was growing up, I didn't purchase Gears of War whenever it was coming out on Xbox because I was going through a phase where I was more into school than I was video games. So I can't wait for this so I can fully experience Gears of War. So, you know, I've never had a chance for a deep dive, and this is my opportunity as an adult, and I'm actually absolutely going to take it. And it's great because it's going to introduce a lot of new people to the franchise, and I believe it's a great move for Xbox, great move for gamers. This is going to be really good for a lot of people, so I'm excited about it. Next on that list, Fable 4, another one that I absolutely loved growing up. I'm curious to see how it's changed over the years. You know, Fable 1 is probably my all-time favorite, followed by Fable 2. Fable 3 kind of was a little bit off. I didn't love that nearly as much, but I'm curious to see what Fable 4 looks like with this next gen hardware that we have nowadays. So it's been suggested that Fable 4 will come out in 2025 and it may be day one release for PlayStation 5, but again, it's all rumored. Time will tell if it actually comes out. Next would be Starfield. Now, many people have rumored that Starfield is coming to PlayStation 5 for it feels like months at this point, but I would not be shocked if it ended up coming over. I do have a lot of respect for Bethesda. They put out a lot of good stuff. If it comes over on PlayStation, I'm probably going to pick it up and give it a shot. So, that I'm definitely looking forward to it if it does end up coming over. If not, well, there's a lot of other ones coming over that we have to look forward to. Finally, the biggie. Halo Master Chief Collection. Whenever I read that this was probably coming out, I knew that all bets were off for any other game, because this is like the creme de la creme of Xbox. This is the absolute best of their creations, and if you're sending over Halo Master Chief Collection, all bets are off and anything else could come over. So I'm just envisioning the day where I get to fire up this game on my PlayStation, I hear that music, I start going through the story, I blast through some Flood, and I eventually get that platinum trophy on Halo. Come on. Don't tell me that doesn't sound awesome. I can't wait. Whenever it comes out, I'm picking it up day one. I may even stay off work for a little while to do it. It's going to be amazing. So we shall see. But if you made it this far, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back at least weekly, providing you with other gaming content that is relevant to you in your world. So if you enjoyed it, consider liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, whatever the kids do these days. It really does help the channel grow and keep me excited to continue making this kind of content, outside of my full-time job. And that's really what we're here for, right? That's what the channel is about, doing what we love to do 5 to 9. So I appreciate your support. Watch the recommended video because, the algorithm thinks you should. And until next time, I'll see you 5 to 9.